Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Michelle and Stacy. I'm Stacy, and you're
Michelle!
yay! Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. What's new with you today?
The weather.
The weather. I like that one. I know I used to say that before. The weather. We're just happy to be here because we're actually doing another video, and it's not 10 months
Yes.
later.
Yes.
We're doing
We're coming in hot.
that. I know. This is great. This is great. So, hey guys, we just want to thank you again for continuing to view our videos, show your
Yes.
support, and the feedback has been great. I think we noticed a comment or two, or three or five, maybe hopeful dreaming, but hopeful thoughts. But we're realizing that some of you are engaging, and we want to thank you for taking the time to do that.
Yes.
So, Michelle, we have an excellent topic for today, and you're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and introduce our topic, right?
Okay.
Hey, you got this. I mean, we're a little out of practice, but you got
Oh, I
it.
thank you. Thank you for the confidence. Yes. I was looking at social media and I saw someone did this video and I'm like, I brought it to Stacey's attention. I'm like, this is a great video to do. The thought process that we have because someone's a celebrity or on social media that everything's all perfect and all fine. So we're going to discuss it not too long, but a little bit just to encourage those people who out there looking at someone's life and have the thought process that their lives are perfect and yours is not. We just want to encourage you. At the end of the video, that's our aim at the end of this video to do. To encourage you and
You know what you
inside
said,
joke,
right?
guys. Inside joke.
That's good. It's amazing that you say something, you know what it means to me, and you can
Yes.
you process why I had that little look on my face. That's 30 years of friendship. It has to mean something.
You tell my age?
I didn't. Maybe we met at 5. Who knows? Like, shoot. Or, or
Yeah.
maybe one. So
Yeah.
definitely, there's a lot on that topic. I mean, I
Yeah.
do want for us to pick up another angle on social media because we're using social media one way, and we definitely want to be vulnerable and transparent, and you know, go into the topic actually. Just keeping it real as much as possible without creating some grand illusion that things are one way and they're not. So this platform, social media as a platform, is very helpful when it's true, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to tell truth from fiction. So give us the scenario because you did tell me that story about the video that you watched. So you can share a little about that and we can
Well, I
continue.
was looking at someone and they were saying to me, they were saying not to me, but yeah, to the audience, that sometimes in their marriage they go through hiccups. I'm speaking as a married person, they go through hiccups and they'll take a beautiful picture, and that picture is in a couple seconds, and then they go back to being upset or angry at each other. Meanwhile, someone who's there looking at them, seeing them post a picture, not knowing that behind that picture that it just took, there's a whole argument and a whole lot of dysfunction that happened behind that picture. And we as married people were like, why can't we be telling our spouse, whether it be a man or woman, why can't you be like that person? Why can't you be like that person, not knowing that that person has their own life and all that stuff that they go through? But because the lens shows us something different, that we just like have that thought process of their life is perfect and better than ours.
Yeah. Well, I can definitely, I mean, I don't want to talk about, okay, everyone talked about Twitch, right? I don't know how much we're allowed to say on certain topics because we're not giving advice in any
Yeah.
sense of, we're not professionals as far as therapists, psychologists, or whatever, but the illusion that, hey, I'm happy, I'm dancing, my kids are beautiful, and all those blessings can be true. But again, like you just said, in a different sense, the little freeze frame of that
Yeah.
little second in somebody's life, or 3-minute dance video, we think like, oh my gosh, they're so happy, and then they live in a beautiful home. And I mean, honestly though, there are people who live their lives and enjoy it, but when you're on the other side of the screen not having the full story, that's where you get in trouble, because
Yeah.
you make it bigger than what it is. Sometimes you don't have all the information, and you obsessing over what you think your life should be
Yeah.
in comparison to somebody else's frame in 30 seconds. So you understand? So
Yeah.
that's where the trouble is. The trouble is just obsessing. Because for me, I mean, there are things that I look at, I'm like, dang, like, look at you, fancy, look at them. Not shoes. I mean, let's see, whatever. But you think somebody's life is one thing, and it's like, the bills are not even paid,
Yeah.
and nobody wants, I don't want that for another person.
No.
And truth be told, we don't know whose bills are paid and whose bills aren't paid, but we just see how great I'm saying, what they give off. Like, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm living the best life. It's always like, look at me, and of course, a lot of us young children, even adults, women a lot
Children.
too,
Yeah.
we obsess with, like, look at that body, look how good she looks with her 5 kids and her body snatched, so there is a lot that makes you not appreciate the
Yeah.
life that you have and the blessings that you
Yeah.
have, because it doesn't look like somebody else's. And I think that, I mean, in this video we have to, stay true to the fact that you have a life, you have your own set of circumstances, but you can still find the beauty and still find some
Yes.
contentment with what you have,
Yeah. I
right?
totally agree. I totally agree. Like, I remember this pastor giving a testimony, and I think I said it to you. He was doing marriage counseling. No, it wasn't counseling. What was he doing? A marriage retreat.
Yeah.
And he went to this marriage retreat with his wife and other couples from his church, and
Yeah.
and everyone thought, he's a pastor, everything's all good and dandy. Meanwhile, him and his wife are butting heads, going head to toe. And his wife is standing there, he's trying to hold his wife's hand, and she doesn't want to
Yeah.
hold his hand because of whatever friction that they're going through. And
Yeah.
he's like, please hold my hand, don't embarrass me.
Right.
And people just see him smiling, but not knowing that he's talking to his teeth, smiling and saying
Yeah.
whatever is going on. And someone on the outside will look at him and be like, their marriage is so great. While meanwhile they argue, and I can't wait to get back into the room so that she can curse out some more, he can curse out some more. So it's
Yeah.
like, don't put your expectation and don't put your don't compare your life. I hate that word comparison when it comes to people in their lives, because I think I said this before. Not even in social media. I was compared to, well, my cousin was compared to me because of education. And it said to her, why can't she be like me? But she's different. Like, we all have our things we're great at and we're not so great at, but it does not make us any better than the other person. So it's like, when you look at someone's life, like Stacey's amazing at speaking. Stacey can stand right there and she'll speak forever. Meanwhile, I'm like, not so much. Funny, because I'm doing a YouTube video right now speaking. But I'm an introvert. Stacey's an outrovert, so she can navigate through the crowd. Meanwhile, I sit in the corner, and you have to come speak to me, and then I will speak to you. So it's like going through that, looking at someone's life and not knowing what they're going through. You see so many celebrities, for example. I'm gonna go back to celebrities because that's what we're talking about mainly. Because we look at their lives and want to mirror their lives, and that's not what we should do. Um, you see them commit suicide, which is hard,
Yeah.
very hard to see. Like, and we thinking that they have everything together, and they don't. At the end of the day, your life is best fit for you, and their
Exactly.
lives are best fit for them.
Mm-hmm.
So mirroring their lives and wanting to be them can destroy your mental because you're thinking that I am not doing what they're doing, and not knowing what they have to do to get what they have to get, or what they're doing to get what they
Where
have
they
right now, or
are.
how to stay stable. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, because yeah, we are in a culture, all of that, where we idolize things,
Yes.
people and the yachts and the nice cars and, hey, homeowner.
We
And
all want it.
we all want, and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it. And when you see somebody doing great, it's best if you're able, because you're the one of my biggest cheerleaders, because you're also positive and I'm grateful for you. I'm just like, okay, you're so happy. Like, yay, and I love that about you. You're a team player. You can look
Thank
at
you.
somebody's success, and even if you're struggling, you can really be their best cheerleader, and that's a great thing to have. That's a great
Thank you.
trait. But a lot of people, they feel broken again because they're comparing themselves to, like, hey, well, I didn't get there yet, or I don't have that yet. And it's difficult because then what we do, I watch married couples. I mean, whether celebrities or not, I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be nice, or whatever have you. And like you're saying, going back to thinking that their lives are the best, and not
Yeah.
understanding the full story. And maybe they have a great marriage. And again, I'm not devaluing because
Yeah.
of having arguments, or those things happen, but not having the full understanding of what's happening behind those pictures, it again creates a false narrative. And where I get concerned for I mean, I've had to like get off social media. Like right now, I'm
Yeah.
like off Instagram. I'm taking a little purge from Instagram. You know,
Which is
you
always necessary.
it's always
I'm sorry.
necessary. That's okay. But we tend to lose ourselves, and
Yeah.
that's where the danger comes in. You cannot cheer that person on because it makes you feel small or less than, and it doesn't do well for your self-confidence, your
Yeah.
self-esteem, your sense of purpose, because it's like, what am I supposed to do to get to that point? You just cannot feel satisfied. And there's again nothing wrong with wanting more, nothing wrong with the dream, but when we idolize and make more
That's the word.
of, yeah, we make more of what people have, what they look like, and not stay true to what God has put in our hearts. And we're so like this, and that's what it tends to be sometimes. It's distractions that
Yeah.
eat at us. It distracts us, we get obsessed, and then it eats at us emotionally, mentally, socially, because you don't want to go to that party with your friend because you're not fly, you don't have a pretty dress like the girl on social media, you know what I'm saying? So in those respects, it's
Or you didn't lose those couple pounds that you wanted to.
okay. I know, I'm on my way to the gym. Boy, I gotta get my summer body on so I can post on Instagram. Okay. I'm joking. I don't do.
No.
No. I'm not about, no. But yeah, I'm going to the gym, guys. So if you do see goals. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Relationship goals, body goals. Like, we are obsessed. It's We're obsessed. A lot of
Yeah.
us are. And if you don't have that control, it will really derail you. It will
Yeah.
totally derail you from reality, because, you know, going into those, whether it's relationships, like you said, that comparison. Why am I not like this, or why don't I look like that, or why isn't my relationship like that? I'm saying, hey, Michelle, girl, all those girlfriends that are in Italy, right? Like, come on, Michelle, I'm looking at other friends on Instagram. What are you doing? I'm gonna have to fire you and get with girls trip. We need to,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you
But it
can,
will come. We're excited. We're gonna take a girls trip. Yeah.
yeah, and this, it will come. You just have to find like a healthy balance and know the difference between, seeing something that you want to achieve, because sometimes those seeds help in a healthy way. You're
And
like,
healthy.
wow,
Yeah.
that's achievable, that's attainable. I want it too, and there's nothing stopping you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're determined and you're gonna work hard in a healthy way, not obsessing, not stealing, not gambling, or doing anything that's unhealthy, or unrighteous, you know what I'm saying, to get to those places, then go for it. But
Yeah.
um just
As you
again.
said that, I thought about like a basketball athlete, I should say, who wants to be the next this and the next that.
Mhm.
Those are healthy things to do. Like, if you want to exercise and try to be the best basketball player, the next Kobe, the next LeBron, the next Michael, the next Stephen Curry, those are like, okay, I understand that because your aim is to be better. But do not sell yourself short if you do not get there as
Mhm.
fast as they did, or if you did not get to the point, because you may not be able to play on the NBA, but you can play on different leagues because you can go away and play. Because I know there's a lot of great athletes who does not make an NBA. They go to different countries and they play for them. So it's just like, have that realistic goal for yourself when you look at someone's life and you want to be like something like them in a healthy way. Also set realistic goals for yourself, because you don't want to like say, I can't be 6'2". I'm really short. So I can be a model at whatever height I am. But that person who's a model, who, for example, great example, Stacey has long legs.
Jesus,
I
don't put my
can listen,
business
you know
out
how I
there.
feel about your legs. Yeah, I can appreciate Stacey's legs. I cannot go wearing certain things and have that same look that Stacey would have in those shorts because her legs are longer than mine. But I can still wear the shorts and just appreciate my legs in the shorts then, so I can admire hers, but still appreciate my life and my how my legs are. It's the same thing. You can admire someone's life, but still appreciate your life and how it's going.
Oh yeah, I want to add to that because even though I spoke to Jay this morning, and just finding the value of you and what your contribution is to whatever, whether it's your own relationship, whether it's whatever size you're carrying on your body,
Yeah.
um, whatever you do your best, and let's see where your best takes you, because if you can put away the distractions and the comparison, and you can truly, like, whatever God puts in your hands to do, when you do it with all your might, He will multiply it. And
Yeah.
understanding that, listen, your journey is unique to who you are, like you said earlier, Michelle.
Yeah.
um just really having that understanding and seeing your value through eyes that are bigger than yours. Like, I mean, we go back to God, right? I mean, yeah, like understanding that He loves you. And yes, in this world, you may not have the best skin or the longest hair, or, but there's more to you than the things that you don't have.
Yeah.
So if you can understand and appreciate the fact that, in as much as it's different doesn't necessarily mean bad. You
Yeah.
understand? And even down to the core of things, where people are like sick and they're in bed and they're unable to move, right? And then somebody else just got a diagnosis, they're able to move around, but some people are like, oh my gosh, my life, there's no value anymore.
Yeah.
take they end it. But then that person who has a worse diagnosis, they're still holding on to that breath because they see the
The
value,
hope and yeah.
yeah, the value in their existence, and know that life is a gift. So even if it's whatever the attachment is, or the negative attachment, if you want to even call it negative, because certain things we can't help, like you said, whatever length your legs are, they are what they are. You can't change it. But there are things that you can make the most of, based on the things, the unique features that are given to you, that you're
Yeah.
gifted with. So just stay on track, understand your value, learn your value, do like some introspection, and just like just really pay attention. Sometimes, like right now, I'm learning to deal with my inner child, you know, beyond the things that I do. Just like, okay, Stacey, I love you. Shoot, I love you. If nobody else is going to say it to you, I love you.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
nobody else is able to see the things that you do, like, listen, no, really,
Yeah.
you've done this, you've overcome that. It's not like, I worked here, worked there, I don't have the same whatever, but dang, you're strong, you know there are lots of things in our lives that we can appreciate without wanting to have what the next person has.
Yeah.
You have a lot of, worth and value. You're precious. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at your whatever. It could be this one's platinum and that one's a diamond and you're gold, and you have your value too.
Yeah.
Titanium
Yeah.
or whatever, different. I don't know. I'm just saying random words now. But you have your value. You don't have to look like the next person or have what
You
the next
don't.
person has. You
You
know.
don't. I also wanted to add, sidebar, don't have that expectation of when you see a celebrity or social media influencer that they have to have that energy, because when they do their videos, they do it to get the money and they do this stuff to get money, so their energy is not always the same, unfortunately, because they're real people. They go through life and whatever the case may be. When you see something happen to them negative, don't down them because whatever you see that they do on social media, what they see. Because I'm like, they have their lives. They're human, just like you and I, and they go through stuff. So that also we have to also keep in mind that they're celebrities. They have their lives. They go through stuff like us. So most times you see people's like, that person didn't want to take a picture with me, or that person is that, not knowing what they're battling with their minds and what they're going through. And it's like, you have the expectation because you want it that you should have it. I'm like, no, you shouldn't have it. You don't. No one's entitled to do anything for you. So, I want to interject that in there.
No, I totally get it again because we idolize, and the expectation is
Yeah,
you're always happy. I'm here for you. I'm your number one supporter, and they lay claims on those people,
yeah,
and it's not right. But
it's not.
yes, guys, I do want to talk one day. I see the time right now. I do want to talk about the importance of like shedding like some of the things that we take in on from social media, even when it's like good things, or that's a topic. Maybe we should get off here and have that topic. Yeah, it's going to be too long. So we'll do a part two of social media because this is
Yes,
something that I want to
yes.
share.
Guys, thank you so much for watching our videos. We do appreciate each one of you. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. And we're going to reach our goal of hitting the number that we have in our head. Maybe one day I'll say the number. But yes, thank you again for coming by and looking at our videos. We love you. Subscribe, share, comment, do the good stuff. Love you.